This is deadass gonna be the last time that I make this video. The next video we're making, guys, we're playing Project Playtime. I don't care. I'm done. Well, you think that just because I haven't been uploading, I haven't been keeping track of popular games that have been coming out? Please. So, guys, we're here once again. Not gonna lie, I'm already getting tired of having to make these impromptu videos, where I'm not really making a gameplay, but just talking to a camera, venting to all of you about my personal life, which some of you might not even care, which is fine. I mean, why should someone have to care about some random 20-year-old? If you don't want to watch this video, you can leave. To those of you that are still gonna be watching this video, man, that last video I uploaded, bro, where I was talking about the inconsistency and the reason why is because of all these things that have been stealing up my money. It's crazy, because like in that video I was literally saying that, oh, things were starting to look like they were slowing down. I really jinxed myself on that one. Because on that day that I uploaded it, guys, November 30th, I will never forget this. November 30th. Tell me why on that day while I was working, I was driving, and then at around 5:30 in the night, it's already dark, I'm leaving Sprouts, because that's where I was at, and all of a sudden I realized that I got a flat tire. I was about to drive to like 1 block ahead of me and then turn over, and then I realized that a cop was right behind me. We were still within like the area, we weren't actually on the street, we were still within like the Sprouts area, but a cop just out of nowhere came from behind me. I saw his lights, and not gonna lie, me being black, police brutality, and this cop being white, not gonna lie, I was a bit scared. But I noticed that I got a flat tire, and by the way, the dude who pulled me over, he looked like the guy, the host on the Hot Wild Wings thing, I forgot what it's called, but he looked like him. Literally looked just like him, except like he was actually buff, and he actually looked a bit cooler, and he sounded nothing like him either. But anyways, he pulls me over, we literally just went straight and turned left, and this dude, he was so chill, he was so nice. He didn't even ask me for my license or registration or anything like that. He didn't give me a ticket either, thankfully. But yo, if he had asked me for my insurance, I deadass would have either gotten my car towed, would have gotten a ticket, or maybe even sent to jail, because the insurance document that I had was expired. And it expired in June. So this whole time, for like 5 months, I've been driving this car with an expired insurance document. I immediately went to go grab an insurance document, a new one, so that the next time, if I ever get pulled over by a cop, at least I don't have some expired insurance document to prove that this car is actually insured. And so he pulls me over. Remember, this is all happening at 5:30. He pulls me over. And he was basically just trying to help me out and tell me that, yeah, you need to pull out the jack that's in your car in order to get rid of the flat tire and replace it with the spare. And so I tried to do that. In the meantime, after the cop left, because he just left me there after like 2 minutes, I called my dad to come over and help me out, and he was around 6 by the time he came. So we used the jack, but we realized that the jack we didn't really like how the jack was being used. So we went to go to Harbor Freights and Tools in order to buy a new jack, and this cost like 120 bucks. We got that jack out. We then afterwards replaced the tire, because we were able to holster up the car to a point where we could actually get rid of all the lug nuts that are on the tire, and we got rid of the flat tire, and we had to search up on YouTube how we could even gain access to our spare tire. And so we found out, thankfully, somebody with this specific car actually helped us out on YouTube, and so we were able to actually get the spare tire and put it on. But then afterwards, we found out that the spare tire was low on air, like almost completely flat on air. So then afterwards, we went to one AutoZone to see if they had some sort of tire air compressor. They didn't have one. We went to another AutoZone. They didn't have one. And these AutoZones were nowhere close to each other. They were at least like 10-15 minutes away from each other. So then afterwards, my dad takes me to Walmart, and they didn't have one there. And then we went to another Walmart, and this Walmart was fucking far. I'm talking like 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes to go there, and finally spend like 10 minutes to find a good air compressor over there, and then leave 30 minutes back. That's already 1 hour spent, guys, just from that. And man, this was happening in the night, so no sunlight, and my god, bro, it was so fucking cold. Like, it was like 19 degrees, 20 degrees outside, bro. So what we had to do was we had to go ahead and use the air compressor in order to put air into the spare tire, and then we put lug nuts back onto the spare tire, and then I went in to turn on the car, and out of nowhere, the battery dies. The battery fucking dies out of nowhere. No warning, nothing on my dashboard to indicate to me that my battery's about to die. Nothing, just completely out. So then afterwards, me and my dad, thankfully we had his car to drive around everywhere. We went to Walmart again, not the one that was far away. We just went to Walmart, the one that was closest to us, and we bought a jumper cable there. And so my dad connected the jumper cable from his car battery to my car battery. We jump started it, left it for a little while. Then my dad, for some reason, wanted to fucking go Hulk on the key. And when he was going to go ahead and turn the car on, the key broke. I'm about to turn off my car. Give me a second, guys. This is that broken key. So it was my key. But yeah, this is what happens to the key now, guys. And so thankfully, I now have my spare key with me because my dad had it on him. But man, all of that just happened in one night. A broken key, a dead battery, a flat tire, and a flat spare tire. And we were driving all across town so that we could find a jack, to find a tire air compressor, and a jumper cable. By the time we were done, guys, it was 12:30. And also, one scary thing that I gotta tell you guys, once we put the spare tire on after putting air in it, the lug nuts, first of all, I don't even think the spare tire was the right size. And second of all, the lug nuts that we used weren't the correct lug nuts, because I had spare lug nuts in my glove department. But afterwards, guys, we finally put air into the spare tire. The battery finally was starting to work. And so then afterwards, I went ahead and started driving back home. But then something scary happened, guys. You see, I'm so lucky that this was only 5 minutes away from my house. Because what happened was, I saw something from the corner of my eye. I saw something kind of fling off into that direction, and I felt like it was from my car. And just in the very, very back of my mind, I just knew that it was one of the lug nuts came off. But I was just trying so hard to cope and be in denial, be like, nah, bro, that was just, you probably just, your tire just ran over something and it probably just bounced up. Me and my dad, we put all the lug nuts back together. There were 5 when I first drove. By the time that we got to my house, there was only 1 lug nut holding my entire car together. Guys, once all your lug nuts come off of your tire, the tire will literally disassemble from the car. So imagine your car is straight like this. Once it was on the front left tire. Afterwards, my car would have been like this. Thankfully, I was in my parking lot. I was already in the parking lot of my home. Me and my dad, we just went ahead and used the jack to holster up the car again. And we just used the flat tire because we realized that, yeah, the spare tire actually wasn't the right size. So we just went ahead and used the flat tire because, with the flat tire, it's not really going to do anything if all I'm doing now. Because I was literally in the position where I was about to reverse. So I was in the middle of the whole parking area, right? And that's going to be blocking people that are trying to come in and come out. We were literally in the middle, so I just stopped my car right there. 1 bolt left and it was already starting to get loose. We holstered the car up with the jack. We got rid of the spare tire, which was the wrong size, and then we put the flat tire on. And it was so easy to put it on because I swear to God, bro, when we were putting on the spare tire, it was so difficult. But then we put on the flat tire and it was so easy. So that should have already let us know that this spare tire was not the right size. So then afterwards, we put all the lug nuts on, the spare ones that I had. They weren't the right type of lug nuts though, but we managed to work. We put those lug nuts back onto the flat tire. I parked my car in reverse and we were good to go. We started at 5:30. By the time all this finished, it was 12:30. All of this happened up until the middle of the night in the freezing cold at 20 degrees Fahrenheit. All of this after I uploaded my video. And you guys were literally commenting on my video all while this was happening, bro. And I was just hearting them and replying, then I was just trying to be happy and everything. But dude, you guys didn't see me behind the screen. I was dying internally. And so then the next day, my dad, early in the morning before I even woke up, thankfully he did it for me. He drove to this place that he knows so that we could replace the 2 front tires, because I also forgot to tell you guys that he checked the 2 front tires and he saw that there was you can almost see these shiny marks on the inner parts of the tires, and that basically means that the tires are not good. So the next morning afterwards, my dad literally had to go to a place that he knows so that we could get not brand new tires, but used tires that are in way better condition than the ones that my the 2 front tires were in. And so he said that cost 130 bucks, so I'm gonna pay him back once I have enough money. But then on that day, guys, we jump started the battery, all right? But there were some electrical problems that were happening with my car the next day. There were a bunch of messages showing up on my dashboard saying check VSC system, check hybrid system, check AWD system, and I had no idea what all these messages were. It was those 3 exact messages, and I was starting to notice that like my car, it was starting to feel funny. Like I'd push on the gas, and it's like with the amount of force that I pushed on the gas, like my car was not going as fast as it usually would. Like it felt like it was going a bit slower than usual. The brake wasn't as effective as usual. It was getting a bit harder to turn the wheel, the steering wheel. Thankfully, again, this was all happening in my parking lot. Eventually, my car, everything just locked up on me. Like I literally could not move the tire at all. I told my dad about it and he was like, okay, this has to be probably like an electrical shortage. So then we went to Walmart, we bought a new battery for my car, and that cost 170 bucks. I gotta pay my dad back 300 bucks. He helped me pay 170 for the battery and 130 for the 2 used tires. And then he went ahead and returned the air compressor and the jack that we bought just so that he could get his money back. So this is the reason why I haven't been uploading, guys. But now everything is in good condition, guys. I'm gonna get this video up. How long have I been recording for now? This has at least been 10 minutes. I've been recording for 17 minutes. Oh man, none of you guys are gonna make it this far into the video. There's no way. So that's what happened. Those 2 days, November 30th and December 1st. It's now December 4th. I'll get this video out on the 5th. And then Project Playtime. It's gonna be released, I think, on the 6th. I'm gonna get it on the 7th. Done. I don't care. I'm done with life holding me back, bro. I'm completely done. But I had to get this out and let you guys know that, man, that was easily one of the hardest days of my life. Now I think now I actually think everything's starting to die down. Next video, I'm done. No more impromptu videos for me. No more of these unprofessional vlogs from me. We're gonna go back to gameplays. That's all I gotta say, guys. It's been 19 minutes. So this is the TheHarpyEagle. Project Playtime, next video. So I'll see all of you guys soon, and until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves.